Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be talking about 3 different tricep exercises you should be doing if you want to grow out your arms.
Starting off this video with the king of all tricep exercises, the close grip bench press. If you're not already doing this movement, you should definitely start doing this. Basically, this exercise just allows you to put on a lot of weight that's mostly for your triceps. Of course, your chest and your shoulders might come into play, but if you do this correctly, if you have the right grip placement and the right elbow angle, then you should be targeting mostly your triceps. So here with grip placement, you want to put your pinkies right where that textured thing on the bar starts. I don't know how that's called, to be honest, because if you go too close like this, it's going to put a lot of strain on your wrist. It's going to hurt really bad. And if you go wide, just like a normal bench press, then that's mostly a chest dominant exercise. So you want to put your hands, like I said, right where your pinky right where the textured thing starts. And I feel like that's the perfect grip placement for triceps, which is not going to put a lot of strain on your wrist, and it's going to target your triceps the most.
Little tip when you're doing close grip bench press is to keep your elbows as tucked in as possible. You don't want them out like that when you're bench pressing, because that's going to put a lot of emphasis on the shoulders, trying to work the triceps. So keep your elbows in like this. Of course, they're not going to be this tight. Keep them as tight as you can to your body.
Here's a front view of what it should look like. So pretty much what I'm doing here is I'm digging my shoulder blades into the bench. That means I'm keeping my scapula retracted. And if you don't know what that means, or you don't know what that is, I suggest you look it up, because scapular retraction is extremely important, not for just health, but for overall bench press. You need to keep your scapula retracted, because if you don't, you might injure yourself and you're not getting optimal results by not keeping that scapula retracted. With the rep range for this, guys, I went way too heavy in that set. You should be shooting for a rep range of like 4 to 8 reps. And here's just a side view of what the scapula retracted does. I have a little arch in my lower back, and that's okay as long as I keep my butt on the bench. Moving on to the second exercise here, guys, we got the overhead tricep extension. This overhead movement mainly targets the long head of the tricep, which is the biggest part of the tricep. So if you want to have big arms, you want to fill out those t-shirts, definitely do a lot more overhead movements. And I feel like this is the movement that helped me develop my triceps the most. Of course, I don't have amazing arms, or I don't have next level big arms, especially triceps, but I feel like they're decent, and this is the movement that helped me the most, in my opinion. So this can be done with the dumbbell, as you saw there, but it can also be done with the easy bar if you find it easier, if you find it more comfortable. Just depends on what you like. It can also be done with individual dumbbells to target one arm at a time if you have muscle imbalances. You can get creative however you want to do it. Just incorporate overhead movements into your tricep routine to target that long head of the tricep. Just a quick explanation on how you perform this exercise. Whenever you're coming down, you want to come to a 90-degree angle and then come back up. At the top of the movement, you don't want to lock out your elbow and put the strain on your elbow joint. You want to keep the tension on the tricep. So go around 95% of the way up, and then come right back down. Moving on to the last exercise here, we got the dumbbell skull crusher. And you might be doing this with the bar. The difference is, I feel like this one allows you to get a better stretch on the tricep. As you can see, I'm coming all the way down to my ears and then coming back up. With the bar, you can only come down your skull, or maybe you can go behind your head, but I don't feel like it's natural. I don't feel good whenever doing that, so I like these much better. These are also great if you have muscle imbalances. Like me, my left arm is smaller than my right, so this just allows each tricep to get the same amount of work.
Alright guys, I'm going to wrap up the video here. I hope you find it really informative. I hope you incorporate some of these exercises into your tricep routine. If something doesn't feel right, if something feels weird to you, for example, if you're doing the overhead with the dumbbell and it feels weird, then maybe try it with the easy bar or something. You can do different variations. Of course, it's not gonna work exactly the same, but it's gonna work almost the same. So if something doesn't feel right, first check your form, and if your form's on point, if everything's on point and it still feels weird, then yeah, move on to another exercise or another variation. But first check your form, because form is the most important thing. With that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you do find this video informative, share it to at least one person. It helps me out. And if you do like me as a person, subscribe to the channel, maybe even like the video. But anyways, guys, peace out.
Let it go, make my body go, make our bodies higher.